this session at 4 o'clock, make sure that you all are here in the session up until 6. Am I clear? Therefore, don't leave the meeting before the end, right? If you want the recording, you can watch the recording. So once after the class, I'll be uploading the recording on YouTube and I'll be sending the link to the group, our opening session. People who want to watch the recording, they can watch the recording. But people who are there in this meeting, be here for the next 1.5 hour, 2 hours. Am I clear? Because today that we are going to speak about the beginning of your A-level journey and we are going to speak a lot, right? Most important things. Hari. Okay, alaikum salam. Make sure that you all be here in the meeting up until the end. Am I clear? Right. Okay. So today that we are going to discuss why you have started A-levels, why you have to start the A-levels so early, right? And why you are doing A-levels. First, I'll be touching those questions. Right. Now, Lamai, the first question, why you do A-levels? Am I clear? Yes, this is only for commerce. Huh? Only for commerce. We are starting our business studies classes today. We are starting our business studies classes today. Am I clear? Therefore, this is an introductory session for our business studies classes, people who are doing commerce. Now, Lamai, the first question is, why you are doing A-levels? That is the first question. Am I clear? Why you do A-levels? Now, I'm asking a question, right? From you all. You all should give me answers, right? Today that you all have to give me feedbacks. You all have to engage with this. Now, tell me, Lamai, why you do A-levels? Why you do A-levels? Right? Give me the answer for this question. Why you do A-levels? Why you do A-levels? To be advanced. That means to get a good knowledge. What about others? Everyone should give me the feedback. Educational qualification. Yes, definitely. Write your knowledge. The CV demands it. Okay, if you apply for a job or something, the CV demands for it. Fine. What about others? What about others? Educational qualification, CV demands for it. What about others? What do you all think? Why you do A-levels for the next 2.5 years? Right? To achieve. Zishan, to achieve what? Right? To achieve what? To do our job. To do a job, right? To get a job. Okay. To get opportunities in the future. Very good. To do a job in a perfect manner. What about others? Everyone should give me feedbacks. Am I clear? Everyone should give me feedbacks. All the people who are here. What about others? What do you all think? To get into a university. Very good, Shibat. Excellent. To get into a university. To get into a university. To have a good career. Very good, Ashfa. To have a good career. Right. Okay. Now, Lamai, all of you gave me the answer, right? Which relates with your future. Yes, Asma. Career prospect. Okay. Which relates to your future. Am I clear? To create a bright future, to get a job in the future. If you were to apply for a job in the CV, that you have to include that. Am I clear? To have a good career. So you have to understand, Lamai, to get all of this, after A-levels, right? So when you are doing A-levels, your target has to be to enter into a university. Am I clear? Since you do A-levels and you end up in home, no one is going to give you a job. Did you all understand, Lamai? For example, I did commerce and I got a island rank and now I am in the university. But no one is ready to offer me a job. Am I clear? No one is there to give me a job. Did you all understand? No one is going to give me a job. Therefore, after A-levels, when doing A-levels, your target has to be enter into a university. Did you all understand? And most of you all here. Or else like 90%, 95% of the people who are here, your target has to be enter into a university. Enter into a state university. That is the reason why the tagline of our A-level business studies class is Lamai, Road to University. why you do A-levels in order to enter into a university. Road to university. Am I clear? Now, Lamai, in my classes, what I do is I motivate you all to enter into a government university, to enter into a state university. What is the reason behind that, Lamai? Right. So most of you all are international students, right? English medium international students, and some of you all are government school students. But Lamai, when it comes to Sri Lanka is a country where higher education is really, really costly. Did you all understand? If you want to do a private degree, if you want to pursue a degree, a higher education, if you want to get a degree in a private university, Lamai, the cost is really, really high. Am I clear? If you want to get a degree in a private university, the cost is really, really high. Why? Because most of the private universities are affiliated with the foreign countries, right? London, Australia, New Zealand. So you will have to pay in dollars. So now you know in Sri Lanka, due to the economic crisis, the dollar rate is really high. Therefore, what happens is, for example, in 2000, right, to get a management degree, if they have spent only like 500,000, today in order to get a management degree, you will have to spend more than like 4 million, 5 million. Am I clear? Therefore, today, when it comes to private universities, the cost is really high. The cost is really high. But the degree that you are getting is not so worth as well. Why is that? Because Lamai, when it comes to a private university, people who are getting into a private university, the meaning is you go there for money. Am I clear? If you have money, you can go to that private university. In Sri Lanka, there are a lot of private universities. I'm not downgrading those, but the meaning is that, Lamai. Am I clear? But in order to enter into a state university, if you enter into a state university, the meaning itself is you can do better than others. Am I clear, Lama? In Sri Lanka, if you can enter into a state university, the meaning is you can do better than others. Right? The meaning you have done well in your A-levels. That is the reason why that you, right, that you entered into a government university. Did you all understand? So like this, Lamai, right? You have two choices. Either you can study well and save up your parents' money. Am I clear? Entering into a government university. The second thing is you don't do the things really well, and in A-levels also the results are really less. So you go for a private university and get a degree. You buy a degree. The meaning is that you buy a degree. Right? The meaning is that you buy a degree, that you don't get a degree, that you buy a degree in a private university. But when it comes to a government university, Lamai, right? If you go into a government university, right, your target, most of the people who are doing commerce, their target is to enter into Sri Jayawardhanapura University to do a management degree. Or else you can go into Columbia University in order to do a law degree, right? Which is that I am doing that. Am I clear? You can enter into Columbia University management. You can enter into Japura management. You can enter into Peradeniya University, right? Ruhunu, Kelaniya in Sri Lanka. There are best universities, Lamai. Did you all understand? Therefore, the meaning, if you entered into a government university, the meaning, right, itself says that you can do something better than others. Did you all understand? Therefore, in your A-level journey, your target has to be, I will be entering into a university, right? 95% target is that. Am I clear? Because Sri Lanka is a country where majority of us comes from middle class families. Am I clear? That is why we study. If not that, you all don't have to study, if you all have a lot of properties and wealth and everything. Therefore, our target is to enter into a university, enter into a government university, right? That is the reason why in this class, I'm not promoting any private universities or anything, only government universities. Did you all understand? Therefore, the target has to be to enter into the government university. Am I clear, Lamai? Road to university. Therefore, in this A-level journey, your target has to be write this somewhere, right? Write this somewhere. I will be entering into the university by 2028, right? By 2027, I'll be completing my A-levels. By 2028, I'll be getting my results, island rank, district rank, a high Z score, and then I'm entering into a government university. Right. In order to enter into government university, Lamai, is it competitive? Yes, it is highly competitive. Everyone will not get the chance. Only the best part, best cream of this country, best few people of this country will get the chance to put the name of Sri Javadanapura University, Columbia University under their names. Did you all understand? Under their names, to put Japura University, to put Kalani University, to put Columbia University, only very few people get the chance. Did you all understand? Only very few people. Right? Out of 100 students, if it is 100 students, only like 5 people will be getting that chance. Therefore, A-level is something highly competitive. Am I clear? From today onwards, you are entering into this competition. So some of the people asked from me, sir, why are you starting classes so early? The thing is, Lamai, even if I don't start classes today, even if I start classes in another month or 2 months, anyway, students will be there in my classes. That's not the problem. But you know, when it comes to O levels, usually the system is O level end by December and you start your A levels by the month of February. But now that is not the case, right? Anyways, you are all in a delay. You will have done your O levels by the month of March. Anyways, your A levels will be there in 2027 August. Right now, they are trying to bring it to the normal timetable. That is the reason why that I wanted to start the classes early. Hari. Therefore, Lamai, is it highly competitive? Yes, highly competitive. In A level, it is highly competitive. Competitive in the sense, Lamai, for example, your friend, right? For example, you are here, your friend is there, both of you are doing commerce, and if your friend is not doing the things properly, and if your friend is not studying, be happy, Lamai. Why I say so? Because A level is competitive. Did you all understand? The meaning is, if others are not working, you are getting the chance. That's like a sport only. Did you all understand, Lamai? You are scoring a goal means the opponents are not getting the chance to score the goal. Hari. For example, in my according to my personal experience, Lamai, when it comes to law faculties, Lamai, in Sri Lanka, 100,000 students do, right, which is commerce and arts, targeting to enter into law faculty. Some of you all are here might be targeting to enter into a law faculty also by doing commerce. Yes, you can. Am I clear? I'll be taking all your questions after this explanation. Okay, I'll answer your questions. Hari. Now, Lamai, for example, when it comes to law degree, out of 100,000 people who target to enter into law faculty, only 495 students get the chance to enter into a law faculty per year. Now tell me, Lamai, is this competitive or not? Sri Lankan education system is competitive or not? Out of 100,000, only 495. Out of 100,000, only 495 get the chance to enter into that. Tell me, Lamai, now can you all understand, is this competitive or not? A level is not that easy. Hari, that is the reason why, right, we motivate for you to enter into this university. A level is not an easy game. Okay, this is highly competitive. Since I come from a background where by doing A levels that I got into this, I know this is competitive. Am I clear, Lamai? Yes, I'll be covering this. I'll speak about all of those things, Maria. Anyways, I'll be covering the syllabus like 4 or 5 months before your A levels, and then we are doing a revision. Am I clear? That is our plan. That is in 2027. Right, really competitive. You should understand A level is really competitive. Are a lazy game, it's not an easy game. Did you all understand? To put the name of universities under your name, right? It is not going to be so easy. If it is so easy, everyone will do that. Am I clear? If it is so easy, Lamai, everyone will do that. Hari, since it is difficult only, very less people get the chance to enter into those. Hari, therefore, really competitive. Since this is really competitive, Lamai, what you will have to do, that you will have to work hard, right? Study smart or anything, Lamai, you will have to work, right? Your target has to be to enter into university, and then you will have to work hard plus consistency from the day one that you have to work properly. From the day one, Lamai. Am I clear? For example, not coming for classes for 2 months, then in the 3rd month, you are coming for classes. Did you all understand? You will have to work consistently, right? Consistency should be there. working every day, working according to a timetable, that consistency has to be there. Did you all understand? You have to work hard, plus the consistency has to be there. All right. Why is that? Because when it comes to A-level lamai, there is something called Z score. There is something called Z score. There is no point of getting 3A. I say there's no point of getting a 3A. 3A we done. Why lamai? Because when it comes to commerce stream, for example, we'll say you are doing 3 subjects, econ, BS and accounting, right? This is person A. Another student is there, student number B, he also do econ, BS and accounting. Okay, now this student A gets for econ 75, for BS 77, for econ 78, right? Normal, in the margin only that he has got a 3A. Am I clear? Another student is there, for econ also 95, for BS also 90, for account 98. This is 3A. But lamai, which 3A has the high Z score? This 3A has the high Z score because when they select you for university, you get selected based on the Z score. Am I clear? Since you get a 3A, that doesn't mean that you are Vadda, that you are bright, that you can enter into the best faculties, right? Your 3A has to be a quality 3A. Your 3A has to be a quality 3A. Right now, I'll show you that Z score thing, right? In the PDF that I have shared with you, lamai, in the last few pages that you come across something called Z score, right? The minimum Z score. For example, this is 2023. Look at here. Now, right? Many of your target is to enter mainly management, right? Management faculty. So if I show you the management faculty, look at here, lamai. You can zoom also. Look at here. Management, right? University of Colombo. University of Colombo. So here you have the districts. Now, if you are doing from Colombo district, this is your Z score. If you are doing from Kandy district, you should get this Z score. For example, one student from Colombo district is doing A-levels. From Colombo district doing A-levels. And that year, from Colombo district, in order to enter into Colombo management faculty, you need a Z score of 1.7191. 1.7191, right? In order to enter into University of Peradeniya, you should get 1.5696, right? Next to that, you should get 1.5696. In order to enter into University of Sri Jawatanapura, you should get 1.7191. Am I clear? And if any one of you are targeting to enter into law faculty, right, after doing commerce, yes, you can do lamai. The Z score is really, really high. You should get a Z score of more than 1.9. Am I clear? Therefore, right, some people are there, get a 3A, but Z score is really, really less. Z score is really, really less. Sometimes even 1.3. 3A only, 1.3. Okay, now I'll show you the law lamai. Law AK, in the law, in order to enter into University of Colombo, you need a Z score of 1.9007. 1.9007. You should get a high Z score, high marks, right, for all the 3 subjects. In order to enter into University of Sri Jawatanapura, Peradeniya, 1.8652. University of Jaffna from Colombo, no one has applied, right? In 2023 year, no one has applied from Colombo to University of Jaffna. That is the reason why they have mentioned it as NQC, no qualified candidate. Am I clear? Therefore, in order to enter into Colombo University from Colombo, you need 1.9007. From Kandy lamai, you need 1.9089. Right. Now, earlier, during your parents' time, there was kind of a right, there was kind of a news like this. If you do from far away places, you can easily enter into university. But if you do in Colombo Kandy, the chance is less. Now there is nothing like that. Online education is here. Therefore, now all the districts are like same only. Am I clear? Now all the districts are like same. Hari. Right. Okay. So my Z score, Yazin is asking, my Z score is 2.1637. 2.1637. Am I clear? That means I can enter into any universities that I wanted. Am I clear? Then I selected University of Colombo, Faculty of Law. Am I clear? 2.1637. All right. Okay, therefore, Lama, you also can come into this Z score level. Am I clear? You can come into this 2.1637 Z score that you will have to work properly. Am I clear, Lama? That means from the day one, I work properly, consistently, did past papers and everything. I will be guiding you all in that way for the next 2 years. Right? Right. Z-score calculated HISHMA, there's a very big formula, like the person who gets the highest marks minus the lowest marks, then the gap and everything. But that is not important. Just remember, if you get good marks, Z-score is really high. If you get less marks, Z-score is really less. That you have to think like that. Am I clear, HISHMA? There's a very big formula. There's a very big formula. Okay. Hi. Now, Lamai, people who are doing commerce, right? Now I'm asking you, if you get a chance to enter into university, what is the degree that you are choosing? Now, I want all of you to give me the feedback, right? If you get a chance to enter into university, what is the degree that you are choosing? What is the target of you? Very good, right? Ashfa is telling low. Very good. Zishan is also low. Perfect, right? So really happy, Lama, if my students can come into law faculty, right? Before we get the degree from there, before I am out, I am really happy that if you all can come into law faculty, so I can proudly say my students are also in the faculty of law. Am I clear, Lamai? Right? Hi. Right? Doing commerce also, Lamai, you can go into faculty of law. Am I clear? So I am a person who proved that. I'm a person who proved that. Now I am motivating my students, right? Rather than doing arts, do commerce and come into law faculty. Easily that you can enter into law faculty more than doing arts. In arts, the competition is high. But in commerce, people who are doing commerce with you, only very less want to enter law. So you can easily enter into law faculty. And at the end of the 4th year, you can get your degree. And at the end of the 5th year, you can become a lawyer, right? You can become a lawyer. You can work under a lawyer. Then in the Supreme Court of Sri Lanka, you can take oath as a lawyer. Am I clear, Lamai? That was one of my childhood dream from the grade 5, 6, right? From the day that I had an ambition, my ambition was to become a lawyer, right? And then I worked properly for that, step by step. And from A levels only, Lamai, even that I got a chance to enter into the faculty of law. Am I clear? Because I know that 8 million, 10 million that my parents can't afford in order to send me for a private university to become a lawyer. Am I clear? Since I passed this A levels only, right? Since I got a good results only, that I was able to enter into the law faculty, right? That I was able to study law. If not, I don't know what will happen to my future. Am I clear? Therefore, my A level is like a ticket to your future. Am I clear? I don't know how that is for other people. But for me, it's a ticket. And I think for you also, it will be a ticket. Am I clear, Hamai? On the day when the results are getting released, it will change your future to 360 degree. Am I clear, Hamai? It will change your future. Up until the results are getting released, I am just a student. But after the results are getting released, I become a law student. Am I clear, Lamai? Same for you also. Up until the results are getting released, you are just a student. Am I clear? But after the results are getting released, you are a management student or a law student or any kind of degrees like that. Am I clear, Lamai? Yes, right. If we enter to Columbia University, we will be the senior, right? Really happy that if you all can. Thus, commerce has maths, not very big maths. In accounting, maths is there, Sara, basic maths. Finance and management, good. Law faculty, low. Hurry. Management, good. Hurry. What should I do to become an accountant or manager? Hurry. In order to become accountant managers, Lamai, you should get the management degree. Plus, you will have to do some professional qualifications. You know, there are professional qualifications like ACCA, CIMA. You will have to do those. Am I clear? Hurry. ACCA, CIMA to become an accountant. AAT is also a professional qualification. If you want to go in that accounting side, management side, you can do AAT while you are doing A levels. Am I clear? It's a professional qualification, additional qualification. Right. To become entrepreneur is Fatima, that is business. No, that is not relevant to a degree that you are getting. You can become an entrepreneur today itself. You can start a business. Am I clear? Yes, it's worth, Mariam, right? AAT. More than AAT, it's better if you can do like CIMA, ACCA. More than AAT, it's worth. AAT like only in Sri Lanka, ACCA, CIMA globally. Am I clear? It is worth, right? It is worth. Right. Any other question that I want to answer? Quickly put in the chat box, Lamai. Then, right, for SIMA is A-level mandatory. Without A-level also people are doing, but my idea is better to go through the degree, right, with the management degree, right? Hari. Yes, Hajara, you can. Sarah, without accounting, so what's your plan, Sarah? After A-levels, what's your plan? To do what? I think, Mariam, you can, right? There are a lot of institutes, just check on Google. Riha, it's audit is anyways that you have to go. Am I clear? If you do double AT, accounting side and everything, but if you don't have an idea to work somewhere or anything, my idea is you don't have to do it. Am I clear? All right. Sarah, if you want to do law, you don't have to do accounting. You can do subjects, mixed subjects. Like you can do business studies, you can do economics, and you can do any other subjects like political science, you can do. Am I clear? If you want to enter into law faculty, that's nothing like you have to do this subject. Okay, Sarah? Right? So there are people saying to do course along with an A-level if you are choosing commerce stream. If you are choosing commerce stream, if you want to become a manager, a CEO, a director, and if you want to go through that corporate business side, it's better if you can do SIMA, ACCA, AAT, those professional courses. Did you understand? But people who told me that you have to do law, they don't have to do that, right? That is not important. Yes, Dishan, that is okay for law. Am I clear? Yes, AAT is worth doing. Yes, if you right. If I take business studies, accounting, ICT, right. Even if you do ICT, right. Now, Lamai, there is something called University Guidebook. Okay, just on Google type University Guidebook, right? Let me show you. In that, you can check all the degrees and everything. Am I clear? University Guidebook. Yes, sir. Can you provide a timetable? Yes, from the day one, right? That means, Lamai, anyways, that my target is to motivate you all for universities. Therefore, I'll be guiding you. Am I clear? I'll tell all of those things, right? So let me show you the University Guidebook 2023. I'll answer all the questions. Give me 1 minute. There is something called my university handbook. In that only that you can study about the degree and everything. Am I clear? Now let me show you about the management degree. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I'll answer all your questions. Don't worry. Today I'll be answering all your questions. Right? And then at the end of the last half an hour, we are starting our business studies today's lesson. Okay. All right. Give me 1 minute. Management page number 43. Page number 43. Right. Look at the page number 43. Since in commerce, most management. Look at here, management. Right. Right. By doing commerce stream, you can enter into management public. There's a degree called management public honors, and there is something called real estate management. I will share all of those things. Right. Okay. So if you do economics, business studies, accounting, that is commerce stream. After that, you can become manager, accountant, lawyer, all of those things. Right. Right. Now look at here. In order to get the management degree, Give me 1 minute, I'll show the management. Look at here, management. This is a different one. Right, look at here. When it comes to commerce stream, Lamai, when it comes to commerce stream, right. So look at here, when it comes to commerce stream, you can do business studies, accounting, economics. Those are the 3 main subjects of commerce. Easy subjects in the sense, Lamai, not complex ones. People who are doing commerce do this. But now there's a trend. Without doing economics, you can do ICT also. Yeah, information and communication technology. Without doing economics when it comes to commerce stream. But accounting is important, compulsory if you want to fall into the commerce category. Accounting is compulsory. Instead of econ, that you can ICT. You can do ICT. In my 2026 A-level classes, there are students who are doing business studies, accounting, ICT. There are students who are doing business studies, accounting, ICT. Am I clear? You can do that. Or you can do business studies, economics and ICT. I did this one. Economics, business studies, economic, ICT. Okay. Hari. Other subjects are not that easy, Lamai. Am I clear? Hari. To become a lawyer. Without accounting, can I do ICT? Right. Without accounting, you can do ICT, Sara. ICT, business studies, economics. Right. You can become a lawyer. You can go for a law faculty. Okay, Hari. Now, Amlamai, I'll be coming into the other topic, right? In my previous batch also, in my 26 batch also, give me 1 minute to share this. Most of the people asked from me, sir, whether to do economics or ICT, right? In my case, whether to do economics or ICT. Hari. Now, Lamai, ICT is not easy as you all think. A past papers, everything that I'll be speaking, Mariam. Hari. Okay. Now, Lamai, ICT is not very easy as everyone thinks. Am I clear? I am not demotivating, but I'm speaking the reality, right? Econo ICT. ICT is a subject that is not very easy like O-levels. Am I clear? In Sri Lanka, the A-pass percentage is really, really less. If you are thinking like ICT O-levels, I did well, so in A-levels also I can do well, am I? That's a very wrong idea. A-level ICT is not a very easy subject or a lazy subject. It's not a very, very easy subject. It's a very complex subject when it comes to A-levels. So I will prove that. I'll show you here, Lamai. Right? If you are really interested in that, you should do. Am I clear? No problem. You should do. But this is the reality. Now go to the page number. Let me show you. I think in page number 26. Hi. Now, Lamai, this document, I have shared this with you. If you look at this document, look at here. This says in a subject, how many students got an A pass. Now look at physics, A-level physics. 83,970 people did physics. Only 4,300 people got a pass. Really less, no? Right. Now I will come to the ICT. Look at here. Information Communication Technology. How many people are doing that subject? Right? Some believe the Z score is really high. Therefore, they do. But what happens? It's really difficult. Sometimes you end up getting a C or a S pass. Some people, not everyone. Look at here. 37,364 people do ICT for A levels. In 1 year, how many people do ICT, Lamai? 37,000. Right. 37,300. So look at here. This is information and communication technology. 37,364 people do this, and only 1,400 people get a pass, which is 3.77%. How many percentage, Lamai? 3.77. If 100 students do ICT, only 3 people are getting A pass. That's the meaning. Am I clear? As a percentage. Out of 37,364, only 1,407 people are getting an A pass. Am I clear? Therefore, not like O-level ICT. It is difficult. Is it interesting? Yes, for the people who like ICT, it is really, really interesting. So you should do. Am I clear? Hari. But if you look at economics is a subject you study about the banking, right? And about the, in Sri Lanka, in the last couple of years, we had economic crisis. So we speak about the debt of Sri Lanka, right? The debt rate and the rate of paying and everything. So savings, we study about the banking, really interesting subject, little bit of maths. Economics, 60,524 people do economics. Only 8,000 people get an A pass. That is also really less, but the percentage is 13%. Now, some of the people think business studies should be easy because it's memorizing. No, look at business studies. 54,733 people do business studies. Only 5,400 get a A pass, which is only 9.998% get a A pass. That means if 100 students do business studies, only 9 students are going to get a A pass. Did you all understand, Lamai? That is the reason why A level is really, really competitive. There's a subject called business statistics. You can do business statistics also instead of business studies, but that is a very extra difficult subject. Out of 681, only very less do that. Only 60 people get an A pass and 8.81 is the percentage. That is why A level is competitive. That is why A level is competitive. Look at accounting. 56,000 people do the accounting. 9,600 only get an A pass. In commerce, accounting has the highest A pass. That means it is comparatively easy. Therefore, 16.91. Now, did you understand? This is why A level is competitive, not for any other reason. It is not hard, Lamai, but it is competitive, right? The rate is really, really less. A percentage rate is really, really less. Did you understand? Hari? Right. Therefore, Lamai, you should have an idea about this, right? ICT is not easy as it is during O levels. Competitive subject, a really difficult subject. But if you are really interested, you should do that. No problem. Am I clear? Therefore, if you are doing commerce, first you have to understand this. A pass is really, really less. So I should work properly. I should work hard in order to get a good island rank, to get a good district rank, and to get a good Z score in order to enter into university. Did you all understand? Hari. Now ask your questions. Now send me your questions. I did economics, business studies, accounting, normal 3 subjects. Am I clear? That is Yazin. Like this. For example, you are doing a difficult subject. You are doing subject like ICT, but your marks is less mean. Anyways, your Z score is less. Am I clear? Hari. Z score depends on how well you score. Right now, ask your questions, Lamai. Right? I'll answer all your questions. Now ask your questions. Right, now ask your questions. If I miss any questions before, if I did not answer your question, again put that into the chat box. Right, what will you suggest to do in A level? This is about our commerce stream. Am I clear, Nihila? We are speaking about our commerce stream. If you are doing commerce, you can econ business accounting you can do. If not, ICT business studies accounting. Am I clear? Hari, how many lessons are there? Good question. I'll come back into that. If I can complete AN, can I become a chartered accountant via online? Amina, since you complete AAT, you can't become a chartered accountant. There is something called ACCA. You have to complete that, and there is a very big process. Am I clear? Just you complete AAT, you can't become a chartered accountant, right? It's just a step. Right, you have to do SIMA, ACCA. There are a lot of things like that. Just type that on Google and get an idea. Okay. Right. Now others also give me your questions. Ask your questions. Right. So can I know any good? Shibat, drop me a WhatsApp message, Shibat. Right. I will let you know. Okay. Right. Others also. So is it okay if I start AAT while doing A level? Yes, Metasa, you can. You can do. No problem. Doing A-level private or in school, which one is better? Very good question. Right. Doing A-level private or in school, which one is better? Right. When it comes to A-level, Lamai, mainly you work according to a flow. Am I clear? That means you are following a set of tutes. You have to follow a set of classes, and you have to get a pass. That you have to get a good result and enter into university. Did you all understand? Therefore, Lamai, even in school, right, that there is not a very big thing happens there. Right? For example, that I went to Royal College, but I went only for exams. Right? My attendance is really, really less. Hari. If you go for school, Lamai, the thing is, you can sit for exams. That's the only thing. Other than that, mostly when it comes to A-level, tuition only. Am I clear? Now A-level is within this. Right? If you go for classes properly, if you study properly, if you do past papers, if you work according to the way that we ask you to do, surely that you can get a rank and you can enter into university. Sima, I don't know about that, Mariam, but Sima, I think it's for like 2 years, 3 years, right? Just type it on Google and get a very good idea about that. Am I clear? Right. Without tuition, mean Asma, you can go for school. So can you recommend? Right. So that's the human resource management. Yes, human resource management is worth to do. Okay. Right. Now, Lamai, that I will explain about how my classes are going to work. Am I clear? How my classes are going to work and how I am going to do that. Right. I'll be explaining about this, and then we can go into the business studies, paper structure, and the syllabus. Am I clear? You can, Mariam. That is not a problem at all. You can balance it. Okay. For example, I did A level while doing this tuition, but I did it very well. Am I clear? You can balance. The focus has to be there. Consistency should be there. Am I clear? Hi. Now I will explain how my A-level business studies classes are going to work. Hi. 2027, I will send a leaflet. I'll be sending a post also in the group, but I'll explain here. 2027 A-level business studies classes. Right. My classes are only online. That I do only online classes. Hari, number one is that. I do only online classes. Right. Now, Lamai, the thing is, there's nothing like, since you go for an online class, you can't get a good result. No. Right. That's kind of a myth. When it comes to A-levels, Lamai, if you go for an online class, we are doing only per week one class. Therefore, it's like 2 hours. You have to spend only 2 hours. But think about a physical class, Lamai. For traveling, it will take you time. Am I clear? And the cost also. Here, you pay only the class fees, but there, you will have to spend your time for the traveling, cost for the traveling. And if it is a very mass class that you don't understand sometimes, and it is really difficult for you to ask a question. Am I clear, Lamai? But here, when it comes to online classes, highly interactive. If you have any questions, you can ask from me, right? If you miss anything, you can watch the recording. So there are so many options. Right. Okay. Okay, Isha, drop me a WhatsApp message. I'll help you with that. Online classes. My classes are there on Saturdays for 2027 A-level business studies. On Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. From next week, that I'm starting our classes. Am I clear? From next week, we are starting our classes. Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then, Lamai, if you miss any class, you can have the recordings, right? Class recordings are there. You can follow the recordings. Okay, so most of you all were there in my history classes, so you all know the procedure. You can get the class recordings. Online classes, Saturdays 8 to 10, class recordings are there. And then, Lamai, printed tutes will be posted. Every month, when it comes to a new lesson, we are posting printed tutes. Okay, printed tutes posted. So the people who are joining the class from next week, your tutes will be posted, Lamai. Make sure that you send a proper address and everything. Am I clear? I'll be sending you the details today. Make sure that you send a proper address and everything. Right? Okay. Now, Lamai, at the end of the month, we are doing something called a unit test. Am I clear? That means an exam. Exams will be conducted. Exams will be conducted. And you know that you might have seen the top 10 and everything. Am I clear? In my 2026 A-level batch, we do exams, and people who are getting the highest marks, that I'll be featuring them on a post, right? Let me share one with you so you can go through and get an idea. People who are getting the top 10 places, that I will be making a post and kind of appreciating them. Am I clear? So that is to motivate. That is to motivate all of you that you also can do this. Am I clear? Right. Okay. Now I have send a image in your group, Lamai. Just go for that, and you can see it. Right. Now just go for the group. Our free intro business studies group. People who are getting the highest marks. Am I clear? That I will be putting them on a post like this. Right. Okay, why is that? In order to motivate. In order to motivate. Am I clear? If you get a good marks, Lamai, there's a motivation that you can come into that. Am I clear? In order to make sure that you'll get a motivation. Hari, next time I will be there in this post. Am I clear? Next time my name has to be there. My school has to be there. Am I clear? The same list, Lamai, will go into universities. Am I clear? This same list will go into universities one day. Did you understand? So this is my A-level is something which have to do with your life. Am I clear? With your career, with your future. Hurry. Right. Mariam, for accounting, you can use calculators. For accounting, you can use calculators. Right. Therefore, my A-level is something to do with your life. Therefore, we are going to do a lot of things. Hurry. Right. Okay. When it comes to A-levels, how you study the syllabus? Mainly the Tutes. Am I clear? For each lesson that I will be providing you the Tutes, that is your resource. Am I clear? From that only that you are going to learn. And exam papers that I will be giving. And every month, Lamai, every month, by the second, third month, we are discussing a school paper. Am I clear? School paper discussions. For 2026 A-level also, we have started school paper discussions. So when it comes to this school paper discussions, Lamai, mainly we discuss papers from like reputed schools. From reputed schools. For example, mainly that I discuss Royal College papers. Am I clear? So as a royalist, as a person who did Royal College papers, I know the standard of that. Am I clear? That is the reason why when exams happens at Royal, I contact with my teachers and then I get the paper and that I discuss in the class. Ask from 2026 batch students, they know that. Am I clear? Royal College papers. Then I discuss the Vishaka College papers and even Zahira College paper for 26 students that I'll be discussing it next month. And last time that I discussed Sirimao Bandaranaike paper, Museus College paper. So likewise, the reputed school papers that I am discussing. If you are a private candidate student, Lama, if you are a private candidate, that you don't get a chance to write a school paper, no? But no problem. In this class, we are discussing school papers also. Therefore, you get the exposure for the school papers, right? For reputed school papers, right? If it is in Candy that I'm planning to discuss Trinity paper, am I clear? So likewise, Kingswood. When it comes to Colombo, then I discuss Royal College paper. Yes, term tests are there for A-levels. In my class also that I do term test separately. Now look at that post. In that post, the marks are there for the term test. First term test in my class. Am I clear? Therefore, out of many students, 10 people were there, got the highest marks. You don't understand. Therefore, I will be discussing the school papers. Online classes, Saturdays 8 to 10 Lamai. Class recordings will be provided on that day itself. Printed tube that we will be posting it. Exams will be conducted. Papers will get marked Lamai. Then the school paper discussions will be happening. Am I clear? Right. When it comes to exam, the papers that you are writing, who is marking that? I am the person who marks that. Am I clear? Why is that? Because Lamai, if I can get a high Z score, if I can get 3A for this subject and to go into university, then I know this is how that you should write the answers. Am I clear? If it's a part 2 answer. Therefore, I am the one who is marking this paper. But in many classes, what happens is, student write the paper, but the teacher who teach the subject doesn't mark. They give it for other people, right? Give a marking scheme, they mark it. But in this class, I am the person who will be marking your papers, school paper discussions. Am I clear? Hari. Then Lamai, I'll be sending you the details in the group. What you'll have to do is, if you are planning to do business studies, right? If you are willing to, interested to join our classes, I'll be sending all the details in the group that you can make the payment and send the receipt to our admin and you will be added to a separate group. Am I clear? A paid group, and then the tute will be posted. Make sure that you send a proper home address. Am I clear? Saturdays 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Online classes. Saturdays 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. From next Saturday itself, we are starting the classes. Am I clear? From the very beginning, we are starting to teach. Right. People who want to join, they can make the payment and send the receipt to our admin and make sure that you send the proper home address in order to get the tute. Okay, no? Right. Then my fees. In this class, Lamai, the fees is only 2,800 per month, right? Then I haven't increased it. Am I clear? Only 2,800 per month. If you go for a physical class, Lamai, anyways, it is more than that. And also for your transportation cost, you will have to spend like 1,000 per day. Then if it is 4 classes, 4,000 plus fees, 3,000 per month for one subject, you will have to spend 7,000. But here it's not like that. Per subject for class, only 2,800. I'll be informing it in the group. Hurry. Right. Yes, I'll be teaching A-level business studies. Okay. Now, Lamai, that is also fine. No? Any question about the classes? Any question? School paper discussions will happen. Exams will be there. And this is the way that I'm going to do it. Am I clear? Any other questions about the class? Right. There is nothing called the books you need to buy. Tutes that I will be providing. From that only that you study. Am I clear, Jason? A-level means mainly you focus on the tutes that I am giving. Hari? Any other questions? No, I'll be doing only A-level business studies. Okay. Right. Payment also I'll write here. Rupees 2,800 per month. Yes, Mariam, definitely. I'll be providing you a timetable, how you should study in the first few months. Then after you complete certain amount of work, then how you have to work, everything that I'll be providing. Am I clear? Right. Anyways, we are covering the syllabus, right? Weekly one class lamai covering the syllabus. Before, target is 5 months. Before 5 months. With that, we are starting our papers. Hari? Okay, Zishan, okay. You are not there in our free group? Right? Hari. Okay, right. Send me a WhatsApp message. My number is 077 48 46 119. Okay, sure, Mariam. Drop me a message, Mariam, that I will recommend you. Hari. Right. Okay. Then Lamai, from the next week, we are starting our classes. From the day one, make sure that you all are there in the class. I'll be sending you the payment details and everything tonight. Am I clear? Make the payment and send the receipt to our admin and get the tutes also posted. Hurry. Then we are starting our work. Okay. Therefore, this is about the class. Then we can go back into the chapters. Right? How many chapters are there? Totally 18 chapters are there. Right? You will receive it quickly as in, right? Drop a message to our admin. I'll send you the number and everything. Anyways, you all know the procedure. Hi. Everyone will be getting the tute before the class. Hi. Okay, I'll send you the necessary details and everything. PDF is there, Fatima. It is there. Okay. Right. Okay. This PDF, I'll send it again. Okay. I have sent it, but I think you have joined the group later. I'll send it. Now look at here, Lamai. 18 chapters are there in business studies. How many chapters are there? 18 chapters are there in business studies. Next week, we are starting both grade 12 and 13. Yes, Mariam. Okay, both grade 12 and 13. So when it comes to grade 12, you have 11 chapters. When it comes to grade 12, you have 11 chapters, right? 11 chapters are there. Next week, we are starting the tute number 1, basis of business and the environment. We are starting the tute number 1, basis of the business and the environment. Am I clear? So let me show you a PDF of this tute. Am I clear? Because all the hard copies that I printed for 2060 students, it is over, right? But I had to post it. Let me show you a PDF, right? This is how it works. Business Studies Unit 1. Right, I'll show it. Okay. Okay, Zishan. Okay, drop me a message also, Zishan. Am I clear? Hari, a very good question. Okay, right. Now, Lamai, some of the people ask question. Is there any connection between O-level commerce and A-level commerce? No. There is no any connection between O-level commerce, A-level commerce. If you haven't done O-level commerce also, no problem. You can do this and get an island rank. Am I clear? There is no any problem like that. You can. There's no any connection. There is no any connection between O-level commerce and A-level commerce. No problem. Am I clear? You don't have to select commerce stream in order to enter into A-level commerce stream. You can do. There are a lot of people, am I clear, who do so. There is no problem at all. Am I clear? People who end up in a very good ranks. Okay. Only the thing is A level is different. A level is A level. O level is O level. Am I clear? Hari. Very good. Maths is difficult for me. So can I take commerce stream? Okay. When it comes to maths, lamai, in business studies, zero maths. In business studies, no maths at all. Zero maths. Am I clear? In one lesson, lamai, there is a lesson called, I think, there is a lesson, operation management. There can be little bit of maths, right? In insurance also, little bit of multiplication. Okay, other than that, lamai, no maths at all. Business studies, no maths. Economics, maths is there. Basic maths. Not all the lessons, like chapter number 5, then chapter number 7, basic maths. Basic maths in the sense, lamai, addition, subtraction. Addition, subtraction. Very, very easy. Am I clear? Easy maths. Basic maths. Okay. Accounting, lamai, people who did O-level accounting, they might know this. Basic in the sense, addition, you should know. Am I clear? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. That is also basic maths. The plus point is, for this basic maths, you get a calculator. You get a calculator. What's the plus point, lamai? You get a calculator. They will give you a calculator. Is that easy for you? If you are really interested, Khadija, you can do. But the thing is, comparative to this, ICT is difficult. Comparative to this. Am I clear? Harry. You will get a calculator. Are you happy about this? You don't have to worry about the maths. Am I clear? Commerce stream is not maths. Since maths is difficult only, you do commerce. Am I clear? Right? I did commerce because for me, science and maths was difficult. Did you understand? Therefore, only that you do what? Commerce. Therefore, maths is not important at all. Right? Addition, subtraction, you know, right? Addition, subtraction, basic maths. For accounting, you get a calculator. Did you understand? Therefore, maths is not important. Business studies, zero maths. Therefore, the first lesson we are starting next week. Tutes will be posted for the paid students. Basis of business and the environment. Then business social responsibility. Business relationship with the government. Business organization. You will have the chance to learn about entrepreneurship also. How to start a business. What are the factors? What are the features of entrepreneurship? And business studies is a subject which will motivate you to even start a business, lamai, in the future. Right? You all learn the basics. Small and medium scale enterprises, money and financial institution, insurance, communication, logistic, trade. Then grade 13, we study something called management, operation management, marketing management, financial management, HR management, information management, business plan. This information system and the business plan are easy. Information system is related to ICT. Okay, Hari. Now, lamai, in this class, in order to cover these 18 units, not very lengthy. Did you understand? With the time, you will understand. I will be providing you 18 tutes. In order to cover these 18 chapters separately, I will be providing you 18 tutes. How my tutes are? Let me show you a PDF. Okay, I don't have a hard copy to show you because all of those things that I have posted for 26 batch. Let me show you. Okay, in my tutes, lamai, I have kept blanks, right? I have given space in my tutes. For example, what is business, right? We give a very big definition. Therefore, you write down the definition here. Am I clear? No, yes, this is different. Okay, this is business studies. Now, what is business? I will be giving you a definition. That definition only you should write in your A levels. Am I clear? So in my tutes that I have kept a lot of blanks in important places in order to write down the notes, right? This is how it works, lamai. Okay, this is how it works. Right? Then, lamai, in addition to this tute, in order to do the things properly, tute that you will be getting it through post, the printed one, plus you need a 200-page CR book to write down answers. Am I clear? That means we will be doing part 2 questions and I'll be giving you the answers. So you should write it in your CR book. And lamai, we do a lot of drawings. Did you understand? We do a lot of drawings in order to make the subject interesting, to make the subject so easy. Am I clear? Therefore, we do a lot of drawings in order to make sure that you draw the things. You need to have a 200-page CR book. Therefore, next week, you will have to buy a 200-page CR book and be ready for this. Do you understand? Therefore, Tute and the CR book is more than enough for my subject, business studies. Right? 18 lessons are there. Right? From the management only, the grade 13 business studies starts. Up until grade 12, chapter number 11, we study about the basics of the business, right? Like the insurance, trade, logistics, and everything. Therefore, grade 12 and grade 13. Okay. Hi. Now, any questions about this? You can ask from me. Any questions about this? You can ask from me. People who are watching the recordings also, my number that I have told you, and my number is everywhere am I on the posters and everything. Just drop me a WhatsApp message and I'll help you with that. Now tell me, did you all understand this? Yes, very good. Okay. Okay, I'll be the first one. Great. Okay, then lamai, now the paper structure. Now the paper structure, right? In your A level, how the paper will be. That is what we are going to discuss now. Even if you did not get a pass in O-level commerce, Fatima, nothing to worry, right? A level is so different. A level is so different. Am I clear? In our university, there are students who got only 2A for O-levels, but now they are ready to become lawyers. Did you understand? Therefore, A-level is different, O-level is different. A-level is all about the correct guidance from the day one, your consistency and your hard work. Now forget about your O-levels. Am I clear? Forget about your O-levels. In another 5 years, right, you will remember what you achieved through your A-levels. O-level is important. Am I clear? But A-level is not connected to O-level. Therefore, you should understand what are the mistakes that I did in O-levels, right? I did not go for classes properly. Am I clear? I did not maintain a separate book for the things, maintain a proper note. That is the reason why you got a less result in O-levels. Likewise, every one of you should think. Am I clear? People who are fear about that. But don't worry, O-level is different, A-level is different. Did you understand? In our university, there are people who got 2A, but now in the law faculty. I'm a person who got a 9A. I am also there. Am I clear? Therefore, O-level, A-level gap is so different. A-level is all about your consistency, your hard work, and how well you do than others. Okay. Hi. Okay. Yes, in this class, Lamai, the target is to achieve your level best. Am I clear? Not just a 3A, island rank, district rank, and a high Z score. Did you understand? Not just a 3A. Right. Now, Lamai, how the paper will be? When it comes to this business studies subject, it's a theory subject, a really interesting subject. This paper will be divided into two. One is BS paper number 1. BS paper 1. The other one is business studies paper 2. BS paper 1, business studies paper number 2. In BS paper 1, Lamai, there are 30 MCQs. Plus there are 10 filling the blanks questions. With the time, you will understand all of these things. Plus 10 short answer questions. Okay. Totally 50 questions will be there into 2 marks each. 50 into 2, how much, Lamai? 100. Therefore, BS paper number 1 is for how much? For 100 marks. For 100 marks. What results do we need to get in order to select the commerce stream for A level? There is nothing like that, Tasma. Did you understand? There is nothing like you should have this result to do commerce. You should have this result to do bio. There is nothing like that, right? But in order to do A levels, you need to pass O-level 6 subjects, including maths and first language. Right? Only that. Right. Then my business studies part 2. This essay paper. Okay. 1000 is for 2000. Total is for 1200. No. Total is for 200 marks. Did you understand? I'll explain that. BS paper number 2, normally we call this as a essay paper. Here we divide it into 2 as part 1, part 2. Part 1, part 2. In part 1, there are 4 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. In part 2, there are another 4 questions, starting from number 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of these 8 questions, you need to answer only 5. Out of these 8 questions, you need to answer only 5. Did you understand? In order to calculate Z score, there's a very big a formula. Am I clear? There's a very big formula. Okay, this is how that you calculate. The formula is there. That means the person who gets the highest marks minus the least one, divide by number of people and everything. But that is not important, Khadija. Now remember, Khadija, right? Remember it like this. Z score is proportionate to your marks. Higher marks, higher Z score. Am I clear, Khadija? Right. Now, Lama, in part 1, there are 4 questions. In part 2, there are 4 questions. Altogether, total 8 questions. But you need to answer only 5 questions out of this. You need to answer only 5 questions out of this. For example, if I choose question number 1, question number 2 from here, question number 6 and 7 from part 2, then I have one option, right? Whether to choose a question from part 1 to complete my 5, or whether to choose a question from part 2 to complete my 5. That is my option, right? That is your option, right? If it is a easy question, you can choose it. You can choose like question number 4. Then totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So per question, 20 marks. Therefore, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Totally, how many marks, Lamai? Part 2 also 100 marks. 100 marks. Did you understand? 100 for this, 100 for this. Part 1 paper is for 2 hours. Part 2 paper is for 3 hours and 10 minutes. Am I clear? 3 hours and 10 minutes. 2 hours, 3 hours. 2 hours, 3 hours. Totally 5 hours an A-level paper. 200 marks finally. For example, if you got 200, you divide by 2 and finally you get 100. For example, if you got only 150 marks, then 150 divided by 2, 75. Therefore, my target in our class is to get above 185 marks. That is our target for 2026 also, that I motivate in order to get above 185. For example, if it is 186, divide by 2, 93. Out of 193 means my anyways high Z score. Did you understand? After you come home from exam, you can be sure, definitely, I am inside the university only. Just after finishing the paper, you can be sure, right, I am in the university. That's it. Did you understand? My rank will be really good. My Z score will be really good. Alright. Right. Now tell me, Lamai, did you all understand this? Did you all understand this? No, there's nothing like that, Farah. You can choose 3 questions from part 2 and 2 questions from part 1, or else 3 from part 1, 2 from there. Okay. Right. Any other question that I need to answer? Right. Anyone coming from Tamil medium? Anyone did O levels in Tamil medium and A level here? Okay, Nitmini, not 2000 marks. If you do A level physics, combined maths, bio only 2000, I think. Salma, yes, you can. No problem at all. Okay. You can do like that. Any question that I need to answer? Ask all the questions. Ask all the questions. right? Ask all of your questions. That is different, Yazin. Okay. Right. Economics lamai. Okay. I'll explain about economics also. I'll explain in briefly. Economics 50 MCQs, 100 marks. And then there are 10 part 2 questions. You have to choose 500 marks. Okay. That is economics. Right. In economics, 50 MCQs are there. That is the difference. In business studies, you get fill in the blanks and short questions. No. In economics, you don't get it. Okay, Mitasa. In accounting, Lamai, there are 30 MCQs. Am I clear? And 20 filling the blank questions, like short questions, and then 6 part 2 questions. You have to choose 5. Okay. Now, after the today's class, one important thing that you have to do. What you will have to do is, you will have to download the past papers. Now itself that you will have to start working. Am I clear, Lamai? Now O-levels are done and you need a very big holiday. There is nothing like that. Am I clear, Lamai? You can have holidays. Am I clear? After A-levels, you have 1 year. Am I clear? Therefore, Lamai, there is nothing like now only, just O-levels are also finished. Starting classes now. Yes, we are starting classes now. Am I clear? Some teachers had that problem. But I'm starting it now. Am I clear? In order to do properly from the beginning. Now you will have one important thing to do. You can download past papers. There's a very famous website. When you are doing O-levels also, that you might know this. There's something called Past Paper Wiki. There's a website called Past Paper Wiki website. Past Paper Wiki. Type Past Paper Wiki and download Econ Accounting Business Studies past paper. If you are doing ICT, download ICT past papers. Did you understand? Past paper wiki website, just type it. Okay, Zin. Okay, then in A levels, any other question other than that, how to make this successful? From your questions only that I am coming into some explanations. Therefore, you should ask me questions, right? You should ask me questions. With that only that I come into explanations. Okay, you can download from 2016. Okay, and better if you can buy past papers also. It's better if you can buy past papers now itself. I can remember on the after finishing my O levels, like after 1 week, right? Within 1 week, within that week itself, there was a book fair in BMICH. I went to BMICH and I bought economics, business studies, and accounting past papers, right? I was really kind of curious about that. Am I clear? That type of a curiosity has to be there in you. Okay. Right. Now, Lamai, as I told you, when it comes to economics, it's a very interesting subject. Like you learn about the banking, how the loans are being given. Am I clear? How it is being expanded. Then you learn something called production, right? About the production of a business. Mainly, you learn about how the economy works in a country. Okay. From 2016, Farah. Other than ICT, what are the subjects can choose? That means, Fatima, what are the subjects you are going to choose? Right? You can do business studies, accounting, ICT, if not business studies, accounting, economics. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Right. Khadija, you can do anything. You can choose economics or ICT. There's no problem at all. Am I clear? To be accountant, you can do A levels. Parallel to doing A levels, you can start professional qualification like ACCA, CIMA, and everything. Am I clear? There is something called even CA, Chartered Accountant, right? The Institute of Chartered Accountants. You can go through those. Okay. This is about the A-level thing. And other than that, you can check, right, what are the additional qualifications that you are having. And if possible, yeah. And make sure if you are coming from Tamil medium, I don't think if you are coming from Tamil medium, no problem. You can do A levels in English medium. Why? Because if you come into university is 100% English. In universities, no degrees are offered in Tamil or Sinhala medium, only in English medium. Teaching, lectures and everything, papers, exams are in English medium. Okay. Now tell me, Lamai, shall we start the business studies lesson number 1 today? Right? Shall we start? Are you ready? Shall we start the business studies lesson by today? Are you ready? About others? Quickly put yes. Okay, hi, ready, perfect. Okay. Then Lamai, in business studies, okay, now I'm going to start the business studies. In business studies, first we ask a question. In business studies, first we ask a question, right? What is business? We ask a question, Lamai. What is business? What is business? This is the first question that we ask. Today we are starting the first lesson, basis of the business and environment. Today we are starting the first lesson, basis of business and environment. And in that, the first question we ask is, what is business? How you are going to give an answer for this? When it comes to A-level business studies, Lamai, there's a proper way of giving a definition. Did you understand? You have to use those words. You have to use those keywords and only give the definition. Because when it comes to marking schemes, the people who are marking the paper check whether the answer, those keywords are there in your definition. Therefore, from the day one, you should understand those tips. Am I clear? In this class, we are going to discuss a lot of tips. The first tip you have to understand is the keywords. If they ask a question, what is business, Lamai? You should understand business is an economic activity. Business is an economic activity. What do you mean by economic activity? Economic activity means, Lamai, we can understand this by drawing a triangle. We can understand this by drawing a triangle. Right. In a business, Lamai, for example, we'll say that you have started a furniture business. When it comes to that business, what you do at the beginning? What is your initial step? Right? Initially, what you do? First, Lamai, you should carry out the production. First, what you do? First, you should carry out the production. Therefore, number 1, Lamai, production. Right? Production. First, you have to produce it. Am I clear? You have to produce the furniture, tables, chairs. You have to cut the wood. You have to fix it. You have to polish it. Am I clear? You have to process the production. Right? The production. Once after you produce, will it become a business? No. From your factory, from your store, you should distribute it to the shops. Whatever the things that you produce, that you have to distribute it. Therefore, number 1 is Lamai production. Number 2 is distribution. Number 1 production. Number 2 distribution. You are distributing it. You are transporting it to the places, right? The shops that the selling takes place. Therefore, number 1, you are producing. Number 2, you are distributing. Number 3, Lamai, what takes place there? In those places, in those shops, the third thing takes place. What is that? That is, Lamai, selling. What they do? They sell it for money, right? A transaction takes place. Therefore, what is business? Business is this. It is all about the production. It is all about the distribution and about the selling. Therefore, we can call it as economic activity. We can call it as economic activity. Therefore, what is business, Lamai? Business is an economic activity. Producing, distributing, selling it. Why you are doing these things? Why a business is doing these things, Lamai? Because there are humans waiting outside. There are people who are waiting outside, right? You need to satisfy them. You need to provide the goods and services for them and fulfill their requirements. You have to fulfill their requirements. Why? Humans are there outside. People are there outside looking at your business. Number two, what you do is, Lamai, you satisfy the, right? People are there outside. You satisfy the, you satisfy the, you satisfy the needs and wants of the human, right? You satisfy the human needs and the wants. Am I clear, am I? Business is an economic activity. How it becomes an economic activity? Due to production, selling and distributing. Okay. In order to satisfy, right? In order to satisfy human needs and wants. What is need? What is want? We are going to discuss next. Do you understand? Therefore, what is economic activity, Lamai? Economic activity is production, distribution and selling. So how we write down the definition? In exam, if they ask you to write down the definition, what is business? You can't just write it as selling items are business. Will they give the marks? No. If you are to get the 90, 95 marks, 95 above, your definition has to be so precise, so clear, and so specific. Therefore, how your definition has to be, Lamai, right? You have to write down business is an economic activity. Business is an economic activity. Business is an economic activity that satisfy human needs and wants. That satisfy human needs and wants. Business is an economic activity that satisfy human needs and wants. What is need? What is want? We are going to discuss next. Therefore, what is the definition that you write down, Lamai? Business is an economic activity that satisfies human needs and wants. Now tell me, Lamai, did you all understand this? Is this 100% clear for you? The lesson is unit number 1. Basis of business and environment. Now tell me, did you all understand this? Is this 100% clear for you? Perfect, super, excellent. Hi. Perfect. 101. Very good. Now take out your writing book. If you have a CR book, take out it and write down. Start from today's lesson. If not, no problem. Take out a separate piece of paper and write down the today's note. Already perfect. Right? Write down this and put done. Then we can discuss what is the difference between needs and wants. Okay? Write down this, Lamai. Write down this and put done. Okay, done? Right. Now, Lamai, we will discuss difference between needs and wants. Okay. Now, Lamai, I'm not going to do anything in the tute because you all don't have the tute. Huh? Now, Lamai, we are going to discuss needs versus wants. Needs versus wants. What is need? What is want? Right. I'll divide this into 2. Needs, wants. All right. Now, Lamai, a person is there Now this is you. Hurry. Now it is 5:29, right? By 6:21, I think 22 or 23. Only that you have to break the fast. Now tell me, are you all hungry? Right? Are you all hungry? This is you. Right? This is you. Tell me, are you all hungry? Right? No, Lu? Yes. Yes. What about others? Are you all hungry? Yes. If you are hungry, now look at here, everyone are hungry. Everyone are hungry. Some people are not fine. Now, Lamai, you need food. You need food. It's a basic requirement for survival. It's a basic human requirement. Yes, Yuan. It's a basic human requirement. This is business studies lesson number 1. Okay. Basic human requirements. Everyone needs food. Did you all understand? Everyone requires food. Everyone needs food. Therefore, what are needs? Needs are the basic requirements for the survival. You need the food. You need the clothing. You need a shelter. Right? Likewise, Lamai, needs are the basic human requirements. Needs are the basic human requirements for survival. If you want to live, Lamai, right? Needs are the, for that you have to go for the classes. Okay. Needs are the basic human requirements for survival. Needs are the basic human requirement for survival. So in business studies marking scheme, the key word should be basic human requirements. That is what the marking examiners check for. Right? When they are marking your paper, they check whether in your answer script you have written this keyword. Okay, that is why in the tute also from the next week that I'll be giving only the important definition. Needs are the basic human requirement for survival. What are the other needs, Lamai? For example, clothing, right? Shelter. So likewise, the basic requirements for survival. In O levels, you did not learn about an important definition and anything. But in A levels, you learn about the important definition and everything. Am I clear? Yes, education also. Then what are wants? Tell me, in order to satisfy your food need, what you are going to have for iftar, for your breakfast, right? Sinhala students, iftar means that you all know, right? Breaking the fast, right? We are having our fasting these days to break the fast. Tell me, what you are going to have today, right? Right. Erachi kanji, very good. Porridge. Okay, Yuan is telling porridge. What about Yazin is telling porridge? Sorry. What about others? Pizza. Excellent, right? Luxurious people. Fine. Bread. Right? A lot of days that you did not have bread. So you are going to have bread today. Right? Fang. What about others? Short eats. Short eats. Short eats. Now, did you understand, Lamai? In order to satisfy your basic requirement of food, you are having so many alternatives. In order to satisfy the faluda, dates. In order to satisfy your basic requirement, you are having several alternative methods. You are having several alternative ways. That is what you call as wants. That is what you call as wants. Therefore, what are wants, Lamai? What is the definition? Wants are the alternative ways, different ways. Everyone don't have to eat a pizza, right? They can have short eats, bread, am I clear? Bun, anything. Therefore, it can be differed to person. Wants are the alternative ways, different ways. Wants are the alternative ways of satisfying one's need. Am I clear? For example, if I take the need of food, cloth, right? For the Eid festival, tell me what are the kind of clothes that you are going to wear, right? Trousers, t-shirt, shirt, am I clear? Frock, abaya, what else? Many. Am I clear? Shalwar, frock, hari, thob, right? Shirt, t-shirt. You will have different alternatives. Then what is need? Need are the basic requirement. What are wants? Wants are the alternative ways of satisfying one's need. Now tell me, Lamai, did you all understand this way of defining answers? In wants, the keyword should be alternative ways. Now tell me, Lamai, did you all understand this? Did you all understand? Is this perfectly clear for you? Superb, excellent. What about others? Everyone in the meeting should give me feedback. Okay. Okay. Now take out your paper and write down this. Draw this nicely and write down this. And put down. Right. Okay. Once you complete this, complete writing, put down. Okay, done. Okay. Now, Lamai, I'll give you some basic concepts. These are the things we are going to discuss from next week. For now, write down this. What are the basic concepts we are going to discuss in the class from next week? Right. Number one is write down needs that we have discussed, but we'll be discussing it once again. Number two, write down wants. Number three, write down Lamai, demand. We are going to discuss something called demand. Number four, we are going to discuss something called exchange. Number five, we are going to discuss something called transactions. Number six, we are going to discuss something called value, right? So you don't know in detail, but we'll be discussing this. Then Lamai, number seven, satisfaction. Number seven, satisfaction. Number eight, production. Number eight, production. Number nine, Lamai, we are going to discuss something called product. Right. Number 10, we are going to discuss something called market. Write down all these concepts we are going to discuss. Number 11, we are going to discuss profits. Number 12, we are going to discuss something called resources. Okay, write down this. Right. After writing down this, put down. Okay. Therefore, Lamai, next week, since today that fasting is there, I'll be winding up it from here. Yes, Fatima. These are the subtopics we are going to discuss in the upcoming weeks. Okay. Now, Lamai, next week, we are starting our classes. Am I clear? Today we have done the day one, a little bit of explanation. Then we are going to start the 2027 A-level DS classes. Right now, after this, like 2 months is in, I will be sending you a class post and the details. Right? And I'll be sending you the payment details. You have to make the payment and send the slip to a number. I'll be sending you an admin number. Send the payment receipt to our admin. with a proper home address, right? Because if your home address is wrong, Lama, you don't get the Tutes. Did you all understand? Therefore, send a correct, proper home address to get the Tutes. Am I clear? We are starting our unit 1. We are continuing it. Today we discussed only a very little about unit 1. We are continuing it. Am I clear? From the next week. Therefore, hope that you all will be joining this, and today that you all got an idea about the commerce stream and what your path should be, which is Lamai to enter into a state university. Did you all understand? Therefore, you can send a payment receipt to admin with your home address and get added to our paid business studies official 2027 groups. Am I clear? Hurry. Then today that I hope that you got an idea about entering into university. Am I clear? If you are a person who did not have an idea whether to enter into university, why I am doing commerce, I think today you got an idea. Become managers, accountants, study about that, right? Study how you can be, study how your path should be, right? Check all of those things. And I'm very sure that we'll be producing many ranks here from this class and entering into the best universities in Sri Lanka, mainly University of Colombo, University of Sri Jadanapura. Did you all understand? Hi. Then Lamai, from the day 1, keep a target, road to university, right? I'll be guiding you for this, not for anything else, only for the university. Did you understand? Yes, surely that you can use in. And with this, we are going to wind up the today's session, and I'll be uploading the recording also on YouTube. Okay, hurry. We are going to wind up the today's session. Give me a feedback, Lamai. Did you all get an idea today about the class, about the commerce stream, and about how you have to do the things about the Z-score and about the subjects and everything? Give me a feedback. Yes, how was the today's session? We can start so early and do the things nicely. Hurry. Right, give me a feedback. Did you all get an idea? Thank you, sir. I'm going to start from today. Perfect. Yes, excellent. Most welcome. What about others? I'm really happy to see you guys once again in my BS classes. Yes, thanks a lot. 100%. Yes, I'm confident to do this. Super. What about others? Everyone should give me a feedback. Huh? Everyone. I'm home. It was very helpful, so thank you very much. And people who want extra support, just drop me a WhatsApp message on any doubts or anything. What about others? Give me a feedback before leaving the session. Jazakallah khair, and your advices were really useful. Barakallah. It's very useful, so thank you very much. Right. Therefore, Lamai, with this, we are going to wind up the today's session, and let's meet in the next week business studies classes. Right. And thanks for joining. Make sure that you all study properly. And yes, thanks for joining.